chrome purple. Because now I can officially check. He said that there's only 3. I am so sorry, but they are not going in this car, and here is why. It's about that time again. What is up? If you're watching this, that means you got another day. I'm here in Malibu, California. We are at the, I don't even know what it is anymore, Cars and Coffee. Technically, it got shut down because it got too popular and coronavirus and all that. But car community being who they are, showed up anyway. We're gonna show you what cars are still here. I will have a turbo update for you at some point in the video, and it is a big hurdle. It's a big update. Okay, so you guys are gonna wanna make sure and tune in for that. Of course, we got LA Car Spotter here. Cody has a really cool build that he's doing with his Audi wagon right now. Your engine exploded, didn't it? It's done, right?
I know. It didn't necessarily explode, but it
blew up like a nuclear. It was a mushroom cloud. I saw it out of the.
It's done. It's kaput. Okay, but I just got a new engine, so
yeah, all right.
We're putting a new one in.
Yeah, this is the only guy that I know that has as many or more car problems that are completely unwarranted than I do. Like he literally, like I thought I was having trouble when, you know, maybe my brakes fail or maybe my drive shaft's not working, and he's like, oh yeah, my engine's dead, my whole engine. And then he like sends me a picture of like a piston and it's like in pieces, and I'm like, oh, that's really bad. Go check out some of the cars that are here. Well, the coolest car just left, so I guess we don't need it here anymore. I love that. The only thing cooler here than this Pista is probably Supercars Unlimited, who randomly happened to
What's
show up
up,
on the
Bilko?
All right, now I have both of the car spotters in the same place. I guess I picked the right event to go to. In the comments, would you take a GT3 or the GT3 RS? Okay, what you can't see is there's a very difficult U-turn to do down here that like my Mustang barely could pull off. And this guy's about to give it a go. Good luck. All right, here's your showstopper, the 918. See, the funny thing is when we pulled in, all of this was roped off. People just moved the cones and said, forget it, and just went in anyways. Nice Evo, very nice. Look at these seats, oh my goodness. I love this. It's a good looking Lambo. Check out this wrap on this Urus. We love camo. Okay, it's just a California T, but look at these wheels. It looks like Alfa Romeo gold chrome and they put it on a Ferrari. Okay, which wrap do you like better? Camo on the Urus, or I've never seen this before, chrome purple. Stradman has entered the chat. Always awkward when big trucks come to supercar meets. It's always really tight and they kind of don't really have a place here. Nice. I'm gonna vote on the chrome purple. I like that. All right, so that's about all the car show you're gonna get for today, guys. It's gonna be a short one just because it's a little bit dialed down, coronavirus, all that, and there are more cops here than cars, almost. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna splice in something else next for you guys to watch, maybe a cruise or something like that, but we'll just get to that now. Well, hello again. I think this is gonna be spliced into another vlog. Today is Sunday, and as you can see by my new shirt, Sundays are for supercars, obviously. We're gonna go shoot a 488 Pista, the Hong Kong edition, which is basically a fancy way of saying it's a purple Pista. I think we're gonna just jump straight to the shoot. We're here in Marina del Rey at the spot that I scouted last night at like 11 p.m. It's purple. And it's awesome. And it's got yellow trim on it. He said that there's only 3 that look like this in the United States. And he's gonna hang on to it for a while. And then if you look at the engine, he's got it signed by, I thought, the guys that designed it, but it's even better. It's all his friends. Because he plans on keeping this car for a long time. Which is something you don't normally hear from Ferrari owners who are trying to like flip these guys really quick or jump from one lease to the next. So it's really cool to hear a guy that just like loves to drive it, hang on to it for a long time. So much so that he got his friends to sign the engine block. The carbon fiber engine block. Being the way that Los Angeles is, another Ferrari just randomly showed up. This is Nathan's 458, and this is somebody else that I've actually shot in the past who saw my Instagram story. It was like, oh my God, I know where they are, and just pulled up and was like, you should add my 458 to the mix. And I'm like, of course. Is Nathan's new 458 with the nice yellow trim interior. Just love it when things work out like that. Ferrari's just randomly showing up to you. That tells you we're doing something right, guys. The brand is getting built if Ferraris literally just show up without you asking. This is why it's fun to have friends that have cars that trust you, because now I can officially check 458 off the list of Ferraris that I have never driven. Did not think that I'd get this in the vlog today. It's about that time again. Oh, wow. That's right, this is a Ferrari. feels so good to be back in a Ferrari, even though I'm only driving it in first gear at like 4 miles an hour. What if I just left? I told you guys, people keep giving me keys to their cars. I'm gonna just leave one day. Hope you guys enjoyed that review of the 458. Follow me for more recipes. Everybody's experiencing new cars today.
It seems logical to just move the car here.
Yeah. All right. It's a little low. You should try riding in the 458. It's even low for me.
Ooh.
So this is a tailor-made edition Pista, hence the text here, the door frame that you can see. Tailor-made. If you remember we shot that 600 LT, that was MSO, McLaren Special Operations. This is like Ferrari's version of MSO, or like Ford's version of Roush, except a little bit fancier. Check out all the specs that are on this car, as you can see displayed here in the hood. All right, new friends get to sign the engine block.
I don't know where to sign.
Where to sign?
Oh,
This
right
gives me anxiety. Signing the carbon fiber engine block. I want to sign on top of Suited Racer's signature. Just make like a big block and make it like the B in Bilko. And then we're gonna head across the pond over there to get some more photos. Let's see how long we can shoot. Holy brightness. Na, 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 na. Okay, location number 2. Let's see how long we can shoot here before somebody gets mad at us, because this is technically not an allowed space, but you know what? It's like 7 a.m. Who cares? Check it. Right up on the beach.
Legit, I was watching.
Oh, look. We got people up here and people up here while you're watching. How much time do you guys think it'll take before the restaurant kicks us out? Because the Pista's backing up and eventually they're gonna see and be like, why is he here? Where are you gonna sign it?
I don't know. The pressure's on.
Oh,
you want to close it to see where people can see.
I've never thought of putting ink, Sharpie.
Yeah. Oh, I got it. I know where I'm doing it. You know where you're doing it? Yeah.
On a Ferrari. Like and subscribe.
That's great.
Well, you know we could only shoot a car this cool in a spot like this for so long before we had to leave. Wait. I promised you guys a turbo update, so we gotta do that. Everybody keeps asking me about the twin turbos. I am so sorry, but they are not going in this car, and here is why. I went over to AGX, Avantgarde Exotics. These are the guys that I want to be doing the work on this car. I trust them with turbo kits. They said in order to put twins under this car, first of all, we had to decide, do we put them in the hood or do we put them underneath? Both of them had a lot of issues. If we put them under the hood, you gotta rearrange basically everything. The engine has to move over, the coolant has to move over, the fuse box has to move over. It's gonna be very difficult to fit them underneath. The second option, if we put them under the car and do like a side exit or something like that, you have to put an oil pump down there. You have to custom fabricate an oil pan that's metal that you can weld into so that you can feed oil to the turbos. And you're going to have to custom fabricate exhaust manifolds no matter where you put them in the engine. Once you start custom fabricating parts for your car, it starts to get very expensive. This is the trouble with trying to do something that's never been done before. Anytime you try to put something on a car that's not designed for that car, you have custom fabrication. And custom fabrication is just very expensive by nature. Now, assuming we had all the parts for the car, even then, these twin turbos just aren't gonna agree well with this platform. And we thought they would originally. We thought it would be more of a plug and play type scenario where all I would need is an intercooler and then buy some kind of exhaust manifold. But upon further research, we realized that it's gonna be way too complicated. And before you freak out, I have a solution. In the comments now, guess how much they quoted me to do all the custom fabrication and everything, assuming we wanted to continue on with the twin turbo project. I'll give you a hint. This car is worth about $12,000, not counting the mods and the wrap or anything else, just as is with the current miles, about $12,000. To put twin turbos in and do all the work, you're looking at $15,000 to $30,000 in labor alone. That's assuming I already have all the parts for the car, which I don't. So it was gonna get very, very expensive. It just didn't make sense. And you run the risk that the twin turbos produce too much power on this car and start to break things. Here's my solution. I reached out to some guys that run a YouTube channel down in Florida. They're called Auto Mafia Racing, and they specialize in doing boost projects for the 3.7 liter 2013 to 2014 S197 Mustang, which is exactly what I have. They've been running ProCharger kits, which is a company that builds a supercharger for this car. Didn't want to go the supercharger route because I wanted to put turbos in the car. Well, lucky timing for me, at the end of this month, it's middle of September right now, I don't know when you're gonna watch this video, but by the end of September, they're gonna have the first ever big turbo kit for the S197 Mustang, and it's in budget. That blower kit, that supercharger, if we wanted to do the Pro Charger kit, it's like $6,500-ish plus labor. It's gonna be kind of just barely too expensive for me. But the turbo kit, if you do the upgraded turbo, the good one, it's like $4,400, and this car is supposed to do 600 rear-wheel horsepower, depending on what kind of tire setup and some other things that I can do, maybe some weight reduction. You can get it down to be a 10-second car, which is way faster than I was expecting. I'm entertaining the idea of this kit, but it comes with a lot of problems inherently itself. Number one being that we're not sure if the stock transmission can take it. We know for sure that the drive shaft can take it because I was having drive shaft issues earlier. I went ahead and went with the one-piece aluminum drive shaft, which can handle 900 horsepower and 8,000 RPMs. So the drive shaft was the weak point on this car before, so you should be good to go there. The question is, can the transmission handle it? Now, they said the transmission will eventually die. If I boost this car, how many miles can we put on this car? How much can we launch it? What can we do without killing the transmission? Those are some questions we're gonna try to get answered before I pull the trigger on this kit, because it's gonna cost a lot of money to do it. AGX is still gonna do the install if we do get the kit, and we'll have it in time to race the Stradman in October, assuming that we can find a track to do this and the timeline all makes sense. So there's a lot of decisions to make, but at the end of the day, if we can pull it off, hopefully should be able to race the Stradman in October with a 600 rear-wheel horsepower Mustang, bearing all the other things that have to happen to do that. So that's your turbo update. Any future videos will always headline something turbo related, and hopefully Auto Mafia Racing is the answer and AGX is the install. What's up, guys? Sorry, I forgot to add the outro to this video when I shot it. I'm in Denver, Colorado right now, editing the video on the flight home so I can upload this video for you today. I hope nobody freaks out about the turbo update. There's a lot of information with this turbo that's going on with the build. We're trying to figure out what we're gonna do with this transmission, who we're gonna go with for the tune, and a few other things. I'm gonna take you guys every step of the way because I know not many people have put this much power in a stock V6 Mustang. Click the notification bell. We are going YouTuber 2020 this year. Remember, I upload videos every single Tuesday, every single Thursday, and every single Sunday, and I'll catch you at the next episode. Peace.
I might lie to you just to get through the night with you. Hope that's alright. No, you lie to me. It's only right.